We are Sawyer Fielding, Chartered Surveyors who specialise in helping homeowners affected by the threat of compulsory purchase. This video is one of a number of guides to explain to our clients their entitlements, the processes involved and how we can help. At Sawyer Fielding, we work hand in hand with solicitors who also represent homeowners. Their principal role is to transfer ownership over to the buyer in exchange for however much money and on whatever terms we negotiate. They'd also help you with wherever you're looking to buy. A good solicitor does so much more than that though, and this video will explain what you should expect of them. It's also worthwhile considering which solicitor you'll use quite early on. Sales on compulsory purchase terms are different from normal sales, so appointing someone with relevant experience can be really helpful. As the buyer typically pays the solicitor's fee, it's also worthwhile considering whether the amount they charge will be covered or not. That way you can avoid having to pay anything. We can recommend solicitors to you with relevant experience whose fees are reasonable, or you can choose your own, it's up to you. So what do they do? Well, let's look at a typical sale and related purchase in 8 steps. Step 1. Instructing your solicitor. They'll send you forms to fill out to instruct them early on. It may seem like a lot, but some of it is just compliance. Solicitors experienced in compulsory purchase may also send you some forms out to fill in which aren't required until a later stage. Again, this may seem like a lot to do initially, but it saves a lot of time afterwards. It really is worthwhile instructing your solicitors quickly. They won't complete your sale until you're ready, but at least by starting the process, you'll be ready to complete it quickly when the time is right for you. Please do get this step done quickly. We know it takes a while, but it really is helpful. Step 2. The buyer will send your solicitor some inquiries and a draft contract. There may be some simple questions for you to answer, and your solicitor may have some more complicated ones which they'll deal with. Step 3. The local searches. If you're buying somewhere, your solicitor will recommend that they undertake some checks on issues, such as whether there are any planning approvals that could affect the property. For example, the last thing you may want is to buy somewhere and then find out it's likely to be demolished in the future. The local searches cost the solicitors, so most will expect a few £100s off you early on to pay for these. You get the money back when you sell. Step 4. The solicitor's report. If you're buying somewhere, your solicitor will have been asking questions of the sellers about what they're leaving behind and a number of other issues. They'll provide you with a report on these and any issues discovered in the local searches. Step 5. Your mortgage, valuation and survey. If you're buying somewhere with a mortgage, the lender will want a valuation to make sure what you're borrowing is protected for if you are later unable to make the monthly payment. Don't simply go to your current bank and ask them for a mortgage. It's nearly always worthwhile speaking with a mortgage broker, as often they can get you a better deal and the cost of employing them is recoverable in disturbance compensation. Talk to us for a recommendation. Both the RICS and the Law Society recommend that you have both a valuation and a survey. The mortgage valuer may not even see the property and has a duty of care to the lender. They'll determine the value. A survey is a health check for the property, checking for structural or other defects. You are entitled to the reasonable cost for both under disturbance compensation. Talk to us about getting a survey done, as our sister company, Chartered Surveyors, may be able to help. If you have a mortgage on the property you are selling, your solicitor will find out how much needs to be repaid upon completion, along with any other secured debts like court judgments. Step 6. The signatures. This is where you'll sign the contract and what is known as a transfer form. You won't yet be selling though. The date for that still needs to be agreed, but you'll be putting your solicitors in a position where they can exchange contracts as soon as you're ready. Exchanging contracts is the point where you and the buyer are legally committed to the terms of the sale. In theory, until then, either side can back out and renegotiate, though it's normally bad practice to do so. You should be aware though that in falling markets, there is a risk of renegotiation downwards, so getting to exchange of contracts quickly can be sensible. Step 7. Agreeing a completion date. Once contracts are exchanged, you'll need to try and agree a date for everything to complete, including any related purchase. In most cases, this will be a week or two later, though occasionally it can be later, and in some circumstances, it's done on the same date as exchange of contracts. Once you've got your date, arrange for your removal van, and remember the practicalities like informing your utilities companies, council tax, and getting your mail redirected, which itself requires advance notice. Step 8. The big day. Your boxes are packed and you're moving. Congratulations! In most cases, delivery vans will arrive in the morning, and by around midday or so, the solicitors will have transferred any money required and you'll be on the move. They'll deal with the formalities of registering you as the new owner at the land registry shortly after. If your disturbance compensation was reserved, this is the time you may want to think about claiming back those additional costs and losses, or perhaps waiting a short while if you're not quite ready yet. Hopefully that has proven helpful. Please do check out our other videos at www.sawyerfielding.co.uk/videos. If you would like to talk to us in person, we're a friendly bunch, so please do get in touch. We can be reached on 020 3011 5300, or you can email us at info@sawyerfielding.co.uk.